Welcome back to the Boring Blondes podcast. I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Randa. How
Hi.
to do?
Welcome
I want to
back.
start off by saying your girl was sick.
Yeah.
Pretty bad, actually, for like a week. So if I sound a little nasally,
We're also
why.
recording this very last minute and not on the typical day that we're used to. So everything's just a little bit off.
because I was sick when we were supposed to record this. So we are filming on a Saturday,
Woo!
which is not the case. We're filming this on a Saturday for it to be posted on Monday.
We sure are.
Are we determined?
We're determined.
We're determined.
We're going to make this work. But in the meantime, you had said that you were sick, and you also said that you had a story for me that I had to wait until we got on the podcast. So I need to hear this.
All right, TMI big time, okay? Homegirl was constipated, okay? And I'm talking like bad. Couldn't fart, couldn't poop. If I did poop, it was nothing but little nuggets, like rabbit turds. It was rough, okay? So Mitchell, my husband, obviously knew.
Right.
Right? And so one day, he's at work. And every time I would poop, I would always like when he was home, I'd poop and then I'd come out and be like, I only managed like 4 nugs, man. That's all I could get out. Like I'd be in there for like half an hour and I'd just get out little nuggets and he goes, oh man, that
rabbit
sucks.
turds.
Literally, it was bad. So then he's at work, so I text him a picture of my poop because it was a heart. I literally pooped a heart-shaped nugget, okay? And I sent it to him. And I go, I'm actually going to, I'm going to pull it up.
My love for you comes out of my butt.
Listen, I sent him the text. I will show you my poop. Are you ready for this?
I want to see your
So I pooped out a heart-shaped nugget. So I wrote on the picture that says, I heart you. And he goes, ha ha ha, I love that. And then I go, that's my poop. I managed 6 nugs and one was a heart just for you. He goes, that's cute. Mind you, mind you, this entire time during texting him, he
God.
did not see the text that said, that's my poop. He thought it was legit chicken nuggets that I was making for dinner. And he goes, oh, that's cute. So when he comes home, he goes, where's the chicken nugget?
Oh my
What are you talking about? He's like, you texted me a heart chicken nugget. I was like, I lost it. And I go, babe. He's like, well, I was like, that was my shit. And he goes, what? I was like, that came out of my butt. That was my poop. And he goes, you're joking. And I was like, you said my poop was cute. He's like, you're in for it. He's like, I'm going to send you the nastiest photo of my poop. Like, have it like swirl in the bowl and stuff. And I was like, please don't. And he's like, I literally thought that was a chicken nugget. And I was like, no, I literally, like, I was like, go back in the text message. I literally said that was my poop. And he goes, dude. He's like, I feel so stupid now. And I was like, I can't wait to tell Aubrey this.
I'm glad the first person you thought to tell was me.
Dude. It's so funny because I almost sent you the photo that says, I heart you. Like, I almost sent you my poop.
You know who wants to see this? Aubrey. I miss her so much.
I do.
I'm gonna send her my poop.
Even my poop missed you. My poop loves you.
It really wasn't for your husband. It was for me.
Facts. But
Oh
no,
my God.
that was the
Oh,
highlight of my
that is
constipation.
freaking hilarious.
Dude, I lost it.
I got tears in my eyes.
I was like, I can't flush this. I need to take a picture.
I can't flush this.
Like,
This is gold.
it's not every day you shit all heart.
Like,
Come on now. Let's be
Oh, that is fantastic.
real. Dude, it was a good time.
I love it.
That's cute. He
And then-
literally said that's cute. I was like,
Right?
And when he told me that's cute, I was like, I don't think he realizes what this is.
No, he didn't.
Because I had like cropped it, so all you saw was like
The heart.
the heart.
Oh.
So, and I said I was only able to like manage 6 nugs. So like nuggets. He literally
Right.
thought it was food. But I was like, you didn't understand that I also would come out of the bathroom while you were home. And I'm like, I only managed like 3 nugs. I'm like, you didn't catch on? He goes, apparently not. He's like, apparently I was
fucking
hungry.
hilarious.
I was like, you fucking nasty.
Yeah, nasty.
That's cute. My poop's cute.
That's cute. You got cute poo.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There
That's
was
freaking
something
hilarious.
else that happened last night that I wanted to tell you, but now I can't remember. So we'll have to
It
wait.
happens. And then on top of all this, we had snow days.
Oh my God.
Well, Martin Luther King Day
Was already
was
off.
on Monday, which they already had off.
Yep.
But then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday was snow days.
Yep.
Which
So on
doesn't
top of
help.
snow days, on top of me being sick and constipated, like it was just, in the words of Aubrey, it was rough. Okay, guys? Rough.
I love
Rough,
that.
rough.
But
We,
we came today
what are we doing?
to talk about cryptids.
Your
I am
car's
so
extended warranty. I am so
excited for this.
I'm
Like
kind of like,
it was kind of my
it was your idea.
idea.
Yep, it was your idea.
So like I was really excited for it, and I only knew like a handful going into it.
there's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a ton.
But-
First of all, when you mentioned it to me, you were like, we should do cryptids. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Right.
Like, I literally had no idea what the fuck you were talking about. And I was like, sure, let's do that.
But I knew there was a good handful. I didn't realize how many there was, but then thank you.
You're welcome.
As I was we kind of we each chose
2.
2.
We struggled getting the audio to work
Listen,
again
it's
today.
just we're having a day. Anyway,
It's been a year.
it's been
It's been a week.
1 week.
Anyway.
Been stuck in my head. But anyway, so we each had chose 2, and I didn't realize researching it how much was behind it.
Bruh.
But like I got super into it, but at the same time, like I spooked myself a couple times.
Seriously?
I will explain that when we get
to the part.
to the part.
Ooh.
But yeah, there were a couple times I was like, oh no.
So funny. Mine, I feel like mine weren't scary
Okay.
as yours are.
Okay.
Because I feel like yours are more like
Well,
spooky.
mine
in
was
a sense.
not necessarily spooky, but there was one. And like I said, when we get closer to it, you'll understand because I'll explain that part, and I guarantee you're going to have the same fucking reaction that I did.
Oh my gosh.
I can almost guarantee
I'm
it.
gonna die.
So,
But
do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
mine are shorter. My first
Okay.
one's shorter, so we'll start with that one.
Perfect.
But I also want to put out there that we have known about these cryptids for months. Okay, we knew that we had
Literally.
to do research on said cryptids.
I'm pretty
Tell
sure
me why the both of us finished
This
last
morning?
night and this morning.
but also, and I'm pretty sure we put cryptids on the schedule back in like November.
No, I think it was after spooky season. It was after October.
It's been a while.
We've known for a long... Listen. Aubrey and I get shit done when we're together, which, I mean, we finished the first Murder Monday research pretty decent.
Yeah.
And then
And keep in mind, the cryptids was supposed to be done before the Murder Monday, and we finished Murder Monday research
Before
before we even
cryptids.
started cryptids.
And because we were late because of what I don't remember why we had to take a week off. Oh, the audio situation. We took a week off and then we were like, let's just move cryptids that way
Yep.
murder because we weren't done with cryptids. We're
Neither
like,
of
let's
us.
just do the Murder Monday because 1, we're done
It's done.
with it. 2, it keeps it on track of every third Monday
Yep.
of the month. And it's been real, but it's done.
Yes. So let's get into it.
My first cryptid is the Megalodon.
I'm excited.
Dun, dun, dun. And after I read it, I got a little treat for you.
Oh.
So, Megalodon also means giant tooth.
Okay.
Fitting. So, whether you believe it or not, the Megalodon was a real shark that went extinct about 2.6 million years ago.
It's crazy to think that, like, the Earth's been around that long.
Also, I want to say that the Megalodon was around, like, the dinosaur age.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, give or take. But many people believe that the Megalodon is fake or a myth because they have not seen any skeletal remains. But sharks do not have bones. They are made up of cartilage, and that means their remains would disintegrate in the water. However, you can find their teeth because their teeth are bones.
That's weird to think that, like, the entire body is cartilage, except their teeth. Like,
I know.
That's weird. I mean, I get it, but it's weird.
Yeah, it would. I don't know. It's bizarre to me.
It's still that way, though.
Because when you think cartilage, you think like your ears or like the tip of your nose, and it's not that heavy duty.
Right.
So, like, for these sharks to just be made, like the big sharks to be made up of something so, like, breakable and, like, not very strong is just weird.
It is.
These massive sharks are said to have grown up to 60 feet. Jeez. In comparison to the modern great white shark reaching lengths of 20 feet long.
Oh my gosh.
Its jaw was estimated to span 8.5 feet by 11 feet, meaning it could swallow 2 adult people whole standing side by side.
And then some.
Yes. These jaws were lined with 5 rows of teeth, totaling 276 teeth. Some teeth have been found.
That's more than we have bones.
Facts. Facts. Some of these teeth were over 7 inches tall, which is 3 times larger than the great white sharks.
Oh my gosh.
Studies reconstructing the shark's bite force suggests that it may have been one of the most powerful predators ever to exist. Scientists have discovered entire teeth embedded in whale bones. They calculate this to be a result of a 40,000-pound bite force.
Holy
Could you imagine
shit.
that biting into you?
I mean, hopefully you'd just be dead.
I mean, one chomp in you.
I really hope that you would just be dead.
Quite frankly, it wouldn't even have to, like, bite you. It could just swallow you.
Right. But I don't want it to just
Would
swallow
you still
me
be
because
alive?
That's what I'm saying. The whole, like, swallowed by a whale thing living in the stomach. Like, I don't want you to just swallow me whole. I want you to just kill me.
Yes. Instantly. Go
swallow.
for the head immediately so I have no pain.
Yep.
I have no recollection of what happened. But being swallowed by, like, a shark or, like, a whale, to me, is like the equivalent of being buried alive.
Basically.
Because how the fuck do you get out of that shit?
You don't.
That's terrifying. That just gave me goosebumps. They believe that a drop in the ocean's temperature is actually what caused the Megalodon's demise. Since they were found in America, they have found Megalodon teeth by the Southern California, up by New Jersey, and also down by Florida.
Okay.
They say the best place for preserved teeth are by New Jersey.
Okay.
So that is basically all I found on the Megalodon, as it's very fucking old. It's extinct. It's
what? 2.6
million years ago.
Yeah.
And also, basically everything I found was more facts because no one was alive back then to have any sightings of the Megalodon. But Mitchell was helping me finish these.
Right.
And he wrote a little something in here that I'm going to read. So this is
from Mitch.
This is Mitchell. When we were in Florida, we were paleontologists for a day. We were with 6 groups of other people, and they lined us all up in a row with just a water spout and trucked in this special secret dirt that they got from a super secret spot that's known for Megalodon teeth. We used the water to wash away the dirt to try and find the teeth. We ended up finding a bunch of small shark teeth and also 3 to 4 Megalodon teeth, about 1 inch in size. While we were there, one of the groups did find one that was about 4 inches tall.
Dang.
So I got a little show and tell for y'all guys.
Okay.
So here is a couple It's probably going to be, if I put it there, you're not going to see it. A couple of the Megalodon teeth that we found.
Here, let me try something.
Stay tuned, guys. Hold on.
Focus.
You could probably put it over my shirt because the background's gray. Megalodon teeth. And we also had this entire jar full of vertebrae.
They're like
Megalodon teeth. There's
shiny.
other like regular like shark teeth in here from, I couldn't tell you which specific species of shark, but there's
Right.
in there. And then we have
That's cool.
different ones that are like chipped. And this one, you can see like the serrated
Oh.
edges on that. Isn't that crazy?
Those are cool.
Yeah, these were a lot of fun. It was a very hot August summer day in
I
Florida.
remember you telling me that.
Yep, and digging for these were like you literally dug in the dirt and like sifting and like
That's
the
kinda
little
cool, though.
brushes and like you were legit like paleontologist and it was really fun. But yeah, these
It
are
was
the
fun, but
Megalodon
hot.
teeth. It was fun. It was a cool experience.
We'll have to take a picture and put it on like Instagram and post it so you guys
Let's
can
do
actually
that.
see.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I had for the Megalodon.
Very cool.
Sorry guys, it wasn't very.
That's all right.
My Loch Ness Monster is a little bit more information.
Beautiful.
And I just gave away my next one. You're welcome for
How
that.
dare you? All right. My first one is actually the Mothman, which
Sounds terrifying.
I had listened to a podcast about this, and that's kind of what made me think of doing cryptids because I knew there was more than just the Mothman, but it was a whole hour-long episode on just the Mothman.
That's crazy.
So there's a ton of information out there, a ton of stories, a ton of background. If it's something that like you're interested in, I highly recommend like getting into it further because I literally have like just the basics here.
Okay.
So Mothman is a West Virginia folklore,
Okay.
or in Randa's case, folk.
Folk. What was that? Sorry. It's so funny because we always like make fun of your rough, but then we always make fun of my folk. It's hilarious. All right. What about the Mothman?
So the Mothman is a humanoid creature reportedly seen in Port Pleasant area from November 15, 1966 to December 15, 1967. The first sightings described him as having avian features.
Bird-like.
Yep. So on November 16, 1966, Point Register, which was like a newspaper, published the first newspaper report on the Mothman. Sorry.
I love it.
Titled "Couple Sees Man-Sized Bird Creature Something."
Could you imagine? I would
No.
shit my fucking pants.
Wait till you hear the size.
No,
I would
like,
definitely shit my pants.
What is it, like 7 feet tall?
National press.
Fuck yeah.
National press picked up on the story and helped spread it across the United States. The folklore is believed to have originated from sightings of sandhill cranes or herons that were out of their migration patterns.
Those aren't that big, though.
No, they're not that big.
Yeah.
So the story was spread to a wider audience in 1970 by Gray Barker and was later popularized in the book The Mothman Prophecies, which was published in 1975 by John Keel. The book claimed that there were paranormal events related to the sightings and also claimed that there was a connection between the Mothman and the collapse of the Silver Bridge.
Oh, snap.
The book was later adapted into a film in 2002.
Okay.
I suck at research. I forgot to get the name of the film. So look it up.
Google it. Like I said, like Aubrey said, just the basics.
Just literally just the basics. So on November 15, 1966, two couples, which were Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Mallett, told police of a large black creature with eyes that glowed red, standing on the side of the road by, quote, the TNT area, which
TNT
was a former World War II munitions plant. So they called it the TNT area. That's kind of like the
okay.
nickname they had for it.
That makes sense.
So,
If I just shut my mouth, you would have told me.
no, you're good. You're good.
Sorry.
I interrupt you all the time. It's just fair that you do it in return.
Sometimes I do it on purpose. Wait, what?
Just kidding. Perfect.
Now you know ahead of time, like, you stop fucking doing it on purpose, bitch.
So Linda stated and described it as a slender, muscular man about 7 feet tall with white wings, but she was unable to discern the face due to the hypnotic effect of its eyes.
I totally guessed with 7 feet. I feel like a boss right now.
You're just like,
where's my lottery ticket, bitch? Quite literally.
The witnesses said that they drove away quickly, but reported that the creature flew after them while screeching and followed them to the Point Pleasant city limits.
That reminds me of like Jeepers Creepers.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Goosebumps.
That's exactly what I was thinking of as I was writing this. And we had like just got done watching Jeepers Creepers.
That's so funny.
So after newspapers covered the sightings, more reports of similar sightings started to come in over the next few days. One was from 2 volunteer firemen who described it as large bird with red eyes.
Large bird.
It was a large bird.
Big bird.
A contractor, Newell Partridge, told Mason County Sheriff George Johnson that when he shined his flashlight into a nearby field, the creature's eyes glowed like bicycle reflectors.
Ooh.
He also blamed the disappearance of his German Shepherd and the buzzing noise on his TV on the creature.
Ooh.
Which, again, like keeps reminding me of Jeepers Creepers. Maybe that's
noise?
the movie that was adapted.
It definitely could be. I was going to say the buzzing noise. Like, my first thought immediately was like cicadas.
Yeah.
Like the buzzing of like cicadas.
Yes.
I hate that noise. I also resonate with a cicada.
Same.
Just put me on a tree so I can scream.
Literally. Robert L. Smith, who was a wildlife biologist, which... Fun fact, when I was typing this morning,
This morning,
this morning, I got a couple fun stories for you. I typed wildfire at first, and I was like, not wildfire, wildlife.
Well, maybe a wildfire.
So anyway, a wildlife biologist at West Virginia University told reporters that a lot of the sightings fit the description of the sandhill crane, which a sandhill crane is a large American crane almost as tall as a man and having the wingspan of 7 foot with reddish coloring around its eyes.
So they don't glow red.
They don't glow red.
Okay.
Robert believed the bird could have ventured outside its migration route and was unrecognized at first because the bird is not native to that region.
Okay.
Also, at the time, the Batman TV series was very popular, and while the villain Killer Moth only appeared in the comic books, some believe that's what influenced the name Mothman in local newspapers.
I feel like there's always some influence.
Always.
Yep.
So... remember when I said the Silver Bridge? On December 15, 1967, the Silver Bridge collapsed, resulting in the death of 46 people. Ooh. After the incident...
Like in the car?
Yeah. Like in the car, walking across the bridge. Yep.
No, thank you.
So after the incident, it gave rise to the legend that connected the Mothman sightings to the bridge collapse. I'm not going to try and attempt the name of this newspaper, but it was a Georgian newspaper with some foreign name because it's Georgian as in like not Georgia the state, but like I want to say Georgia like the country. It's overseas. I should have looked a little more into that.
There's a country that's...
Yes. But it was reported in a Georgian newspaper that Russian ufologists claimed that Mothman sightings in Moscow happened just before the 1999 Russian apartment bombings.
Oh.
In 2016, WCHS-TV published a photo taken by an anonymous man who was driving down Route 2 in Mason County, West Virginia. This photo is supposedly of the Mothman, but Sharon A. Hill, who is a science writer, suggested the photo was actually of a bird, possibly an owl, carrying a frog or snake, and she wrote, "There is zero reason to suspect that it is Mothman as described in legend. There are far too many more reasonable explanations."
An owl is not that big.
No, it's not.
An owl and a rabbit is not going to be 7 feet tall.
Right. And then some pseudoscientists say that or they have suggested that the Mothman could be an alien, a supernatural manifestation, or a previously unknown species of animal.
Either way, if I'm ever walking down the street at fucking midnight and I see something with red eyes, I'm running.
If I see something with red eyes and giant wings that's 7 fucking foot tall, I'm out. I'm out.
I mean, it can fly, bitch. Where are we gonna go? Hello. Where are we?
I'm just gonna lay down and die.
Oh my God.
Good night.
Lay down, play dead, and pray that it thinks you're dead and just doesn't do anything.
Exactly. But if it's running after me and screeching, I'm gonna cry. And just, you know what? Take me out.
That will cure my constipation quick.
I need new pants.
Fuck the pants, bitch. Run. We out of here. That's terrifying. Was
Right?
it this part that...
Oh, no, it's the next one.
Okay.
It's the next one. It gets worse. And I kind of regret choosing it now.
Oh, my God. Also, side note, we were supposed to mention this at the beginning of the video.
Whoops.
This might be / it's going to be a longer video because my next one is fairly long and Aubrey's next one is fairly long.
It's longer than even the Mothman.
So bear with us. Grab a snack.
Yes.
Sit down in a blankie. Be cozy.
Yes.
And listen
Please.
to the Loch Ness Monster. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know why I always want to do that, but I do.
have no idea.
All right, ready?
We need to get a soundboard that just...
Facts.
That's your button. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. The Loch Ness Monster, also known as Nessie.
Nessie.
Nessie is a cute name.
Yes.
This lake monster
Can I side tangent
Yeah.
a second? Have you seen the ladles? The Nessie ladles? They're so freaking cute. It's,
I think-
you know, like the soup ladles?
Yeah.
It's got like 4 little feet on the bottom of the ladle. And if you put it like in a pot, it's just the top of Nessie's head, like sticking out of the pot. It's so freaking
it's
cute.
literally a Loch Ness Monster
Yes.
ladle. I love that.
It's so cute.
At the end of this, I will give you my take. on
Beautiful.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Or Mitchell's take.
No, it's my take. He took it from me.
No. His video.
Yeah, I'm going to insert that.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to expose my husband.
Beautiful.
Okay, so this lake monster is a mythical creature in Scottish folklore said to be found in Loch Ness, a 22-mile long, 750 feet deep lake in the Scottish Highlands.
Okay.
So Loch Ness is the name of the lake. Nessie is often described as a large, long-necked beast with flippers and 1 or more humps protruding out of the water. Some have also said it to be a monster fish, sea serpent, or dragon.
Okay.
Either way,
That's
no thanks.
another side tangent. I've been bored and on the internet a lot. I
Doing
apologize.
everything but research.
Precisely. Last night, me and Ricky were sitting down, and there's a medium that I follow on TikTok, and she does a lot of like lives and stuff, and we'll read tarot. Every once in a while, she'll do like actual mediums and stuff. Well, I've been trying to get Ricky to watch it with me.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, I feel like this girl is actually like
Legit.
where I have seen so many that are clearly faking. We got onto this whole side tangent
Right.
thing. And he was, I can't remember the name of them now, but they're like the something rods. And essentially, like, if they cross, that means yes. And then
they're
if
like
they,
the ones that they like, or they go like this and they're like going sway.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
so he was going through like these videos trying to find this chick that I can't fucking stand because you can clearly tell it's all an act.
Yeah.
But
Hey, anything for views, I guess.
he was sitting there looking, and all I hear out of the corner of my ear, and I just looked at him and I was like, wait a second. Did that just say the dragons started the California wildfires? And he goes, yes.
The fucking
So
dragon.
you said dragon, and I was like, did you know?
You're like,
the
dragon.
dragons
I know a dragon. They started the
California
wildfires.
wildfires.
Those fucking dragons, man. Put them away. Put them away. That's funny.
I thought it was.
The earliest known report of the Loch Ness Monster appears in the life of Saint Columba by Adamnan. definitely not how you pronounce that, in 565 AD.
Holy shit.
This motherfucker old.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's a dragon.
That's what I said. I was like, God damn, this shit is a little fucking ancient.
It's either like, what's the eternal? I think is the word, or immortal. That's the word. Immortal, or
they just reproduce and like fucking
reproduce
jackrabbits.
and yeah. Like what the fuck?
Listen. He describes encountering a group of people burying a man by the River Ness. And a River Ness is a little section on the Loch Ness lake. They explained that the man was swimming when he was attacked by a water beast that mauled and dragged him underwater despite their efforts to rescue him from the boat. Columbus sent a follower and had him swim across the river. The beast approached him, but Columba made the sign of the cross and said, quote, "Go no further. Do not touch the man. Go back at once." End quote. The creature stopped as if it had been pulled back with ropes and fled. It's the first encounter, I guess.
I would, in my head, you said it approached the man, and I was like, and did what? Hello, how's it going?
What they said back there was a lie. I did no such thing.
That's what popped up in my head.
You can't trust everything you hear. Fuck those rumors.
It's not true.
They don't know about me, apparently. There have been many articles written about possible sightings of the Loch Ness Monster from 1871 to 1933. The best known article that attracted a lot of attention was published on May 2nd, 1933. The article by Alex Campbell discussed a sighting by Aldy McKay of an enormous creature with the body of a whale rolling in the water of the loch when she and her husband John were driving on the A82, it's a road apparently, on April 15th, 1933. Okay. And this is a direct quote from the article. The creature disported itself. Rolling,
what?
Disported.
Okay. Okay.
Direct quote.
Got it.
No.
Nope, you're good.
Rolling and plunging for fully a minute, its body resembling that of a whale, in the water cascading and churning like a simmering cauldron. Soon after, it disappeared in a boiling mass of foam. Both onlookers confessed that there was something uncanny about the whole thing, for they realized that here was no ordinary denizen.
I'm sorry. I just looked up the definition, and apparently it means enjoying oneself unrestrictedly.
This motherfucker was chilling in this lake.
Or frolic. But all right.
He was frolicking.
He was frolicking.
He was frolicking in the water. He was living his best damn life. Yes. All right. He didn't give a shit about these onlookers. He said, listen here, I'm real. I'm living my business. I'm doing my thing.
I like it. Whale-like.
Because apart from its enormous size, the beast, in taking the final plunge, sent out waves that were big enough to have been caused by a passing steamer. End quote.
Okay.
It had been claimed that sightings of the monster increased after a road was built along the loch in early 1933. George Spicer, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, and his wife saw a most extraordinary form of animal cross the road in front of their car. They described the creature as having a large body about 4 feet tall and 25 feet long.
Holy shit.
A long, wavy, narrow neck, slightly thicker than an elephant's trunk. Spicer described it as the nearest approach to a dragon or prehistoric animal that I have ever seen in my life. Though Spicer was the first to describe the creature as a plesiosaur, like dinosaur, water dinosaur. Evidence suggested by researchers of Columbia University in 2013 proved his story to be fake.
Okay.
The university and Daniel Loxton suggest that Spicer's sightings were fictionalized and inspired by a long-necked dinosaur that rises from the water in King Kong.
Okay.
Again, they're what you said about the Mothman. Mm-hmm. About the, what was it?
The Silver Bridge collapse? Or the Russian apartment bombing?
No, it said that they like the Batman. The moth
Oh, yeah,
guy in
okay,
Batman,
yeah.
They were like,
Yep.
oh, it's the Mothman. Or he was like, oh, it's the water thing in King Kong.
Right.
However, on August 4th, 1933, the Courier published
Somebody.
a report on Spicer's sighting. The sighting triggered a massive amount of public interest and an uptick in alleged sightings, leading to the solidification that the actual name of Loch Ness Monster.
Okay.
So the Loch Ness Monster came to life August 4th, 1933. The first alleged photograph of Nessie was taken by Hugh Gray on November 12th, 1933. It is slightly blurred, and it has been noted that if one looks closely, the head of a dog can be seen. Hugh had taken his Labrador...
Head of the dog on the Loch Ness?
Like in the photo.
Okay.
Hugh had taken his Labrador for a walk that day, and it suggested that the photograph depicts his dog fetching a stick from the loch.
Okay.
Others have suggested the photograph depicts a swan or an otter.
Interesting.
January 5th, 1934, a motorcyclist named Arthur Grant claimed to have nearly hit the creature at about 1 a.m. on a moonlit night. According to Grant, it had a
Hold
small...
on. Doesn't it live in the water?
Yes.
How are you almost hitting something on a motorcycle on the road that lives in the water?
Well, Mr. George and his wife saw it cross the road.
So it's not just a water monster then?
Apparently not.
Okay.
It went from, well, the way the road is, I think it like splits along the Loch Ness. So there's like water here, and I think there's water here, and I think he was trying to like
Okay.
go from like
Lake to
lake
lake.
to lake.
Okay.
Is my I literally thought the same thing. I was like, all right, motherfucker, like
He drove his motorcycle
reaching.
into the water.
Yeah, you're reaching at this point. But according to Grant, it had a small head attached to a long neck. The creature saw him and crossed the road back into the loch. He described it as a cross between a seal and a plesiosaur.
Okay.
The surgeon's photograph is probably the most iconic photo of the Loch Ness Monster, as it is the first photo to capture the creature's head and neck. It was supposedly taken by Robert Kenneth Wilson, a London gynecologist.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was hilarious. And it was published in the Daily Mail.
The Daily
Daily Mail on April 21st, 1934. Wilson refused to have his name associated with it, so that's why it was led to being called the surgeon's photograph. Because he's
not a surgeon. He's a gynecologist.
Bruh.
Got it.
Listen.
I wouldn't want my name associated with that either. Don't worry.
According to Wilson, he was looking at the loch when he noticed the monster and snapped 4 photos, but only 2 of them came out clearly.
Okay.
And one of those photos is the photo that everybody's seen.
Yep.
For about 60 years, the photo was considered evidence of the monster's existence. Although skeptics dismissed it as driftwood, an elephant,
Okay.
an otter, or a bird.
Interesting.
There's controversy on the actual size of the Loch Ness Monster. Some think the photo is cropped, which makes it look bigger than it actually is. And scientists claim that after doing an analysis on the photo, they estimate Nessie's head to only be about 2 to 3 feet long.
So nowhere near as big as they thought.
Correct.
Okay.
To this day, there are still claims of people seeing the Loch Ness Monster, as well as providing photos with their proof. There is even a charter boat that is providing tours on Loch Ness that uses underwater scanning to catch readings of objects under the water's surface. During these expeditions, they claim to have picked up a heartbeat type sound underwater and are investigating further. They also have recent photos.
Curious how, like, sea creatures' heartbeats work. Like if it's an actual heartbeat or if it just like is a circulation. Like I'm curious if something was big enough where they picked up
a
heartbeat
it's not like
of
a human,
like a fish.
Like a
Right.
arithmetic, like
Right. I'm curious.
They also have recent photos that they claim to be Nessie. It shows an unidentified object floating in the water with a water break behind it.
Okay.
That is what I have on the Loch Ness Monster.
Beautiful.
But here is my take.
Okay. Oh.
Hold on now. Y'all
Where,
ready for this?
y'all ready for this? Don't. Where are you going? Hold on. What are we doing? guys, this is my new co-host, Nessie. Say hi, Nessie.
Motherfucker, that's what it looks like. All right. This motherfucking thing. Listen here. I'm gonna insert photo. Okay, you see the photo? This every time I see this fucking photo, it looks like an elbow and a fucking arm.
This is the surgeon's photo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the most iconic photo, and all I see when I look at this fucking photo is an elbow in someone's wrist. And it's about 2 to 3 fucking feet long.
Right.
The Loch Ness Monster is a hand.
Oh.
I swear to God.
Well, that's fun. All right, up next, or our final up next, whatever.
Lastly,
We have the Michigan Dogman.
Michigan.
It's
in Michigan?
Michigan.
Michigan.
But this is the one that scared me.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to have nightmares. If I have nightmares tonight, I'm calling you in the middle of the night to tell you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I'll probably be awake, knowing me.
Most likely. Your third shift life.
Literally.
All right.
All right. Allegedly, it was first witnessed in Wexford County, Michigan in 1887.
Where is Wexford?
Immediately, I went, fuck. This is the part that scared me. My grandpa is located in Wexford County, Michigan.
Oh.
That's where I hunt. In the woods. In Wexford County.
I'm sorry, but I feel like Wexford isn't a word.
In case you were wondering. So I immediately read that and went,
That's terrifying.
uh-huh.
You've been in those woods.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if you've ever seen it and not realized.
Just wait. He is described as a 7-foot tall, blue or amber-eyed, bipedal, canine-like animal, which is similar to a werewolf.
Bipedal.
With the two legs.
Gotcha.
Bipedal. With
Say this motherfucker's on all fours.
He's not on all fours. He's on 2. We are bipedal.
Oh, I get it now. I'm picking up what you're dropping.
Torso of a man and the fearsome howl that sounds like a human scream.
Oh.
Legends say the Michigan Dogman appears in a 10-year cycle on years ending in the number 7 and can be deterred by clapping loudly.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
So like 2027 is the year that he'll come out?
Correct.
And if I just...
Apparently.
He'll be like, deuces, y'all.
Gotta go.
Gotta
blast. Sightings have been reported all over Michigan, but they're primarily reported in the northwestern quadrant of the Lower Peninsula. More specifically in Traverse City, Cross Village, Big Rapids, and Manistee County, but even more specifically in the Manistee National Forest.
Oh, where's that? Is that Muskegon?
In Wexford County. Yes.
Said you darn. Hey, what's up?
The creature wasn't known to the modern world until the late 20th century.
Oh, that's okay. So that's like 2000s.
Yes.
That's
1900s.
Yeah,
I know. It's all right.
The centuries shit throw me off.
It is said to stalk the area around Manistee River since the days when the Ottawa tribes lived in the area. Okay. You want to know what's funny?
What's funny?
It's not funny.
Coincidence?
The river that's by my said hunting stand is the Manistee River.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Now you understand why I got freaked out trying to research this.
You were like, this is a little too close to home.
Literally.
We need to like reevaluate
Literally.
what we're doing. Just don't go hunting in 2027.
Literally.
You'll be good.
So the first alleged encounter occurred in Wexford County in 1887
Jeez.
by two lumberjacks who saw a creature and described it as having a man's body and a dog's head.
That's terrifying.
In 1937, in Paris, Michigan, Robert Fortune was attacked by wild dogs, and Robert explained that one of the dogs walked on two legs. Reports of similar creatures also came in the 1950s in Allegan County and in Manistee and Cross Village in 1967.
Could you imagine?
No. No, I could
Like,
not.
I'm picturing like getting attacked by like wolves
Yeah,
or like stray savage dogs.
basically.
But if that motherfucker is like on all fours and then just pops up and starts like walking at me, like
I'm out.
I
so
beg
out.
your finest fucking part. Woof woof. What?
Gotta go.
Get the fuck back down.
Just start clapping for him.
You go, Glen Coco. Look at you walking on two legs. You go, Glen Coco.
Other sightings included several occurrences in Ottawa County,
Oh, what?
or more specifically, Grand Haven, from 1993 to 1994.
Bitch, I was born in 1994.
I'm aware.
You were born in 1993. A little history lesson.
Excuse me?
The other way.
95.
There you go. The other three.
Most of the reports from Grand Haven came from one person who was referred to as Ben.
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 He claimed to see the beast on 3 separate occasions. In December 1993, one of his sightings of the Dogman was in his parents' driveway, and he only ran off, driveway on Lakewood Drive. He explained that the creature was standing on its hind legs behind a car and only ran off when Ben started screaming.
Or clapping.
Or clapping.
He doesn't like loud noises.
Clearly.
He's got sensitive donkey ears.
In 1994, a separate encounter happened to someone else in the same area. The report was that they hit a large animal with a car, which they thought was to be a deer. But when getting out of the vehicle, no corpse was ever found, and instead there was gray fur found in the grill of the car.
Deer are not gray.
If you're going to find any other color, it's going to be white.
That's true.
But no, they're brown.
Like a light tan. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
If it's brown, it's down. Anyway, so.
Same with my poop. If I can get it out.
Right? So.
That's the thing.
Now we move on to 2017.
Oh. The 10-year.
In 2017, a truck driver encountered the Dogman in the Manistee National Forest, and he believes the encounter changed his life forever.
Yeah, no shit.
In an interview, he explained that he had never heard of the Dogman before. Also, if you want to watch the full interview, it's like 40 minutes. It is What Lurks Beneath on YouTube.
I'm so watching it.
It's something.
It's something. Dude.
So the driver explained that in June, around 7 or 8 p.m., which in the summer, around that time, it is not dark yet.
Oh,
It's not dark yet.
you're right.
It gets dark around 9, 10 o'clock.
Yep, you're right. I
So it's
missed the
not dark
summer
yet.
portion.
His truck had an air leak, so he pulled over and got out to check it out and possibly fix it. He explained that he
What's
was
an air leak?
like essentially like an air leak on the trailer. Like the trailer's air hose was leaking. Because it rides on airbags.
What, like
The trailer rides on airbags.
what kind of trailer?
Like semi. Like this is a semi truck driver.
There we go.
Sorry.
There we go.
My fault.
I thought you were talking like a pickup truck and like
No.
toy trailer or some shit.
Yep. no. Semi-driver.
I was confused.
I apologize.
You're fine.
So he pulled over, see if he could possibly fix it. He explained that he was getting a bad feeling while he was under the trailer fixing the leak, and then he started hearing vocalizations that sounded very unnatural. After looking around, he saw some shadowing in the woodline, like the woodline area, and the light was being blocked by something. He figured it was a black bear, considering he was in Bear County, or Bear Country, however you want to say that.
Black bear, Dogman. I'm still running.
He figured it was a black bear, so he got back in his truck because you don't fuck with black bears.
Fuck no.
At that time, the air leak was already fixed, so he decided he was going to get back on the road.
Perfect.
He kept checking. He kept checking his left mirror, or the driver's side, for traffic, and being that it was a more remote road, it was still a public road, but it wasn't super busy.
Right.
He checked for traffic and saw nothing, as it was a pretty quiet road. As he was driving down the road, he decided to check his right mirror, and he noticed it was a lot darker. And then he saw a wolf's head, the size of his window.
Motherfucker was hanging on.
He explained his windows were down, and the creature was running alongside his truck, which at this point, he was going about 20 to 25 miles an hour.
Okay, not super fast, but not...
Have you ever tried running 25 miles an hour? Because the average speed for a person is like 10.
You're like, bitch, you can't even walk upstairs.
You can't even walk upstairs. Have you tried running? No, I'm just kidding.
That's what I was thinking.
He said that the creature was on two legs and looking down into the cab. The cabs sit about 9 feet tall.
Oh, this motherfucker is huge.
If he had to guess, the creature was roughly 10 feet tall. He could hear the claws scratching against the door and at the door handle. The driver described the creature as looking mad and determined to get in. The driver then pulled out his gun and shot twice, and the creature went down.
Were they silver bullets?
He thinks he shot the creature through the eye.
Oh!
He said he watched the creature fall in his mirror, and he knew it was dead. This part I don't understand, but he then decided to turn around to make sure it was actually dead.
No.
And to confirm what he had seen. He drove about a mile up the road and then turned around to go back.
That mile up the road, homeboy's out. Dogman got up and walked away.
When he got back to where the creature had been killed, it was gone. And there was a Jeep parked on the side of the road. He knew it had been the right spot because he could see where the weeds on the side of the road were smashed and knocked over. The driver had pulled over and asked the couple in the Jeep if they were okay and if they needed help. The couple explained that they saw two bears playing or fighting in the area and decided to pull over and watch. The driver didn't explain what he had seen because he didn't want to sound crazy.
Facts.
But he sat and had a conversation with the couple, and in his head, he confirmed that there were definitely more than one of these creatures. After the conversation, he decided to leave. He explained that from the sighting to the shooting was about 15 to 20 seconds. But from the sighting to the end of the conversation with the couple, it was about 10 or 15 minutes.
Hold on.
15 to 20 seconds. I don't know if I said minutes, but it was 15 to 20 seconds from the time he saw it to the time he shot it. So it was running down the road with him for about 15 to 20 seconds.
That's fast.
Yes. And then the whole encounter from seeing it till the end of the conversation with the couple was about 10 or 15 minutes.
Damn. Okay.
After the encounter, the driver had nightmares for about a year.
Yeah. Fucking PTSD.
He was having a lot of nightmares afterwards, but he's doing much better now. After the nightmares had stopped, he started to share his story from the encouragement of his family.
Oh, that's kind of nice. The family was supportive.
Yes. They thought he had information that other people should know about. So they were encouraging him to share the information that he had.
Right.
3 months after sharing his story on a podcast, he was detained at a scale house by the state police and had to wait for federal agents to show up and talk to him. The federal agents came off as very angry and are said to have, quote, "You killed one of our assets, and this is how things are going to go from this point on," end quote. They ended up taking his wallet and gun and then at the end of the interview, they returned his wallet but never returned the gun. They confiscated it. He still hasn't gotten it back, which is kind of funny because he did say he had a different gun on him. So he still has the gun that he shot the Dogman with. They took a different gun that he had been carrying at the time.
A little switcheroony.
Basically, he ended the story with saying that they were trying to get him to stop talking about the encounter and had threatened several things. He did stop talking for a little while until recently when he started speaking out about it again.
So these FBI agents know something we don't know.
Somebody knows something.
I feel like that's how it usually goes.
Yes, but that one definitely was like...
That one literally, I'm glad that was the last one because that one had me on the edge of my seat.
Literally.
Like goosebumps.
I definitely,
the entire time.
Being that I knew the story of Mothman, I definitely thought like Mothman could be a whole episode on its own.
Yeah.
And then I got into Dogman and was like, wait.
I like that was good. I liked that one.
Yeah. So
I'm like baffled.
I'm terrified.
That's terrifying. How far away is that from us?
About an hour and a half.
Okay. Remind me never to go hunting with you.
Got it.
Or sit in a blind with you. Because your girl would never.
Yeah.
Never.
I definitely was like, oh my God.
That's legit terrifying.
Yeah. And and I don't know if it was just being out in the woods alone.
Right.
But like walking in, I was always like very, I don't want to say like scared, but I almost felt uneasy always walking in. But like
an eerie feeling.
Yeah. Once I got like in my blind and sat down, I would relax more and take in all the sights and sounds of nature and just hang out and be good.
That would be a little bit more relaxing.
But then we don't walk out until after dark. So the sun would go down and again, that eerie feeling would come back. And I would always be so nervous to walk out of my blind and like through the woods to get back to my vehicle.
Right.
And like the entire time I'm like, so I've definitely had eerie feelings. I haven't seen anything weird, but I've definitely had
anything. I feel like if I were walking through that and I heard like a stick snap from like a fucking chipmunk or some shit, I would lose my mind.
I've heard a lot of different things. My funny like story or whatever. My dad actually has like an in-ear, which is basically like a hearing aid, and I ended up getting one, but the way we were sitting one day, he was off in one area and I was, I don't know, probably 2-3 miles away. And my dad had texted me and was like, hey, a train's going to come through. Because
would have been like, all right, fucking Houdini.
Well, he was sitting in my last stand and I was off in a different area that kind of overlooked a swamp, but there was a railroad track that ran right behind me, but it was a pretty quiet track. Like there's very rarely any trains that come by. But I ended up moving to where he was hunting because I had mama bear and calf come into my stand and I wasn't having it.
Like a legit bear?
Yes. So I moved stands and sat in his stand and then but anyway,
he
had texted me one day and was like, hey, a train's coming your way. Well, I thought it was coming his direction and going past me. No, it was coming my direction and heading towards him, and he had heard it before I ever did with his in-ear. So I ended up getting one. So when I was first getting used to it, squirrels and stuff would run around and I'm like, damn, that sounds massive. Like this huge deer's coming in, and then all of a sudden you're like chipmunk or a squirrel, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Get out of here. So there's been time for you.
Yeah, there's definitely been times where I'm like, oh Oh. But I also found out that like squirrels make noises. Because there was one day that like kept hearing this noise and I'm like, what in the actual hell is that? And I like looked out and I seen this squirrel and I was like, what the fuck?
You're like, is that you? Is that you making little weird noises?
Yeah. So
What do they sound like?
I'll have to see if I can find the video.
Yeah.
I have a video of it because I'm
Are they
sitting,
like squeaky?
kinda. But yeah, I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? And then yeah, like he kept doing it. So I took a video and I was like, I don't think I've ever heard
That's so weird.
a squirrel make noise like this.
What the fuck?
So yeah. But just reading that, it was just like, oh my God.
No, that
oh my
definitely
God.
is a little too fucking close to home for
Yeah.
me. And I'm good.
That's how I feel. But
if you guys have any cool
yeah.
cryptid stories or want us to do a cryptid on a specific
like a different
one,
cryptid.
let us know down below.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, sorry it was a little bit longer of a one.
Hope you enjoyed it, though. It was worth it.
I really enjoyed that last one. That one was
Yeah.
good.
So
Yeah.
we will see you guys next week. Do all the things on all the things. And
We love you. We hope you have a fabulous week.
Woo.
And we will see you next week for 5th grade riddle.
I forgot what we were doing for a second there.
All
all right.
You're fucking on it because I don't fucking know. Anyway, bye.
Bye.
Hey guys,